Hey all, Hyūga here. So today I'm presenting to you my personal damage record in the Hyūga. And don't forget, if you're watching, like, share, and of course subscribe guys if you like the video. So let's just have a look at my build here on this battleship first. So it's the same build I use on Yamato, so it's really nothing new. It's Takagi, fully upgraded with Cunningham and Scharnhorst for improved precision and accuracy. Other than that, it's pretty standard battleship build with the will to rebuild, and on the ship I have the propulsion mod and the better dispersion. 3 repairs, 3 spotters, and 2 main battery reload boosts. That's the gimmick of the ship here, and it really makes it extremely powerful, and honestly perhaps a little bit too powerful for tier 5. So this being a premium ship, it's a tier 5, so it's relatively cheap. I mean, when you are, comparing to other premium ships. And if you have the doubloons, I would recommend that you buy the ship here, simply because it's just so powerful for the tier that well, you're going to have a good time in the ship no matter what. I mean, I don't know about you, but it's not often I do 210,000 damage at tier 5 without actually really trying, and that's what this ship does. And it is the best tier 5 battleship in my opinion. It's just in a whole other league really. It's basically a Fuso, just much better. And if you like to play Fuso, then you should definitely buy this ship here, because it may not be super accurate, but it's a lot more accurate than Fuso is. And with that reload boost, you can just really put the hurt on the enemies when the opportunity presents itself. I mean, there's a very few ships that I consider must-haves in this game here, and I'd say Hyūga is probably a must-have, along with Republic when it comes to battleships. And at legendary tier, I think Yamato is also a must. And then down at tier 4 we have the Giulio Cesare, the Italian battleship. That's also a must-have. That's pretty much all the must-have battleships, I think, in this game here. And then of course there's cruisers and destroyers, but we won't get into those in this video here. You might have noticed that I didn't say Jean-Bart in that little list there, and that's because I think Republic is better than Jean-Bart. And yep, that's quite a call, but it is. That ship, I know it's a tier higher, but Republic is just, well, it's a crazy ship. It really is. And just keep in mind that if you haven't got it after the end of this campaign here, you're going to regret it. Because sometime this week, all the people are going to take out their brand new Republics, and you're going to feel just how powerful that ship is. And if you don't have it yourself, you're going to regret it. It's going to be another Jean-Bart, so mark my words, get that ship while you can. So I don't play a lot of tier 5. I was doing a few Exeter videos today, and then I got tired of it, and I thought, oh well, let's take out this Hyūga here and see what it can do. I don't know if you noticed before when I was showing my commander, but I only have 37,000 XP on this ship, so I haven't played it a lot. I probably played it, oh, I don't know, not even 10 battles, something like that. That sounds about right. And speaking of Cesare, here it is, and he's very nice broadside on, and just scattering the salvo there a little bit, and we get very nice damage. No citadels though, but yeah, not bad at all. So if you look at the map, you can see all the reds swarming around the sea cap, so there's really no point pushing anywhere really. I'm in a really good position here. I'm angled, and it's really hard for these guys to actually pen me, and I can just sit here and take shots at broadsides. Except for this König here. He's the smart one on the team, and he's actually bow on. So that's why I'll just switch to high explosives here, because I mean, I could shoot AP at this guy, but I think I want to a little fire here first. We only got 3 citadels so far in this battle here, so it's not like crazy. And I I can't remember the actual HE performance on this ship. That's also why I'm thinking let's just test it out and see how we go. Because this is a situation where HE is allowed. Like usually, AP is the better pick, but on a bow tanking König like this, well, you might as well go to HE. So we do get a fire, and we do get a high caliber at about 82,000 damage. So keep that in mind, because we're actually going to get what equates to 2 high calibers in this battle here. Because obviously we're going to get a lot more damage than 170. I think that would be 2 high calibers. And although the game doesn't actually, show you 2 high calibers, I just want to say that it's actually 2 high calibers. So as long as I don't get challenged by a destroyer, I can sit here all day, angled like this, and just pound these battleships here. Now, if you look out to the right, you'll see that there is actually a destroyer out there, and he's, I think he's up to no good. But at the moment, he's quite far away, and there's another 2 ships here, so I don't know if he's actually going to target me. So I'm going to just stick around here for a little bit more, and at that distance, he might actually get me with 1 torpedo, maybe. But if you watch my Battleship videos, you know that I don't really worry much about torpedoes, unless it's in a brawl situation where you can actually get insta killed. In a situation like this, I don't really worry. It's better to just hold your ground in a battleship and then just wait for the destroyers to make mistakes, because that's usually exactly what happens. They see a juicy battleship, and again here I'm just checking, and yep, just 1 torpedo, so it's not really a big problem. What happens when a destroyer sees a battleship like this is they go all in on, oh, I must death strike, and they usually make mistakes. They get spotted, or they get too eager and they fire too early and stuff like that. So it's better just to hold your ground, sit in one spot. Of course, that doesn't count if the destroyer is coming around a corner 2 kilometers away, then you actually have to move. But in a situation like this, it's a better play just to stick around here. Because I'm acting like a bit of a stopgap here. No one can actually move into the other 2/3 of the map over from the sea area of the map, because I'm sitting here, I'm stopping any kind of movement through the middle of the map. This all also echoes what I always say in my Battleship videos, that battleships are by far the easiest class to play. I mean, it's not difficult at all. All you have to do is a battleship is not to show broadside. That's it. If you do that, you're going to have a good game. You might even have a fantastic game. But I mean, it's not rocket science. And yet, I see so many bad battleship players that it's not even funny. But anyway, so not much going on here. The destroyer is a little bit, he's too scared to come in here, and the carrier is taking good care of him. So there's really no point moving out of the space here. I'm just going to wait a little bit and see what actually happens. Now obviously the destroyer wants to hunt my carrier, but he seems to have it under control. So here we have this Mahan here. I don't know what he's doing, and he's probably wondering what I'm doing, because I am missing with the whole salvo there. And I blame that on me not being familiar with this ship here. I don't play it very often, and that was a pretty bad shot. I will admit that. I thought I had him, and honestly I think I should have removed him from the map right there, but for some reason either I was aiming incorrectly or the game just had a heart attack. I don't know. Anyways, it doesn't really matter, because what he wanted to do was to grab the B cap and perhaps torp the battleship in there, and that didn't happen. So we're still doing well here. As you can see, it's very, very close on points. We have 427 versus 425. So it can very, very easily go both ways here. So I'm realizing that now, and I'm thinking, okay, we have to play a little bit careful here now, because first of all, the destroyers are starting to be a little bit intimidating now, and this time there's no missing this Mahan here. So yoink. Didn't kill him though, but he took an awful lot of damage there, and he might think twice about actually coming after me. So I'm just popping in here so I can protect myself from torpedoes. I'm kind of expecting that he's got torpedoes on the way, and he is spotted, so all I have to do is just reverse out and pretty much, you know, bring my guns to bear. I don't have time to switch to HE, so I'll just leave it at AP, but it doesn't really matter. He's so low on health that he is gone. So now is the worst nightmare of every Battleship player. It is that you're the last ship in the middle of the map, and the only ship that can really make a difference. Like, the other guys aren't really in position to make any plays, and we are actually behind on points now, so I have to do something. And obviously the carrier is going to super focus me now, and that's fair. I have no problem with carriers focusing me when, I mean, it's the right thing to do. I do have a problem with carriers focusing me when it's just because it's me. But anyway, that's a story for a different day. So we have the Fuso here in the cap, so we just have to finish him off, really. Once we've done that, we're going to tick the points up quite a bit, and that should be enough to win this battle here. So I don't know where the carrier is at this moment, but it doesn't really matter. He's not the priority. The priority is to grab this battleship over here. And if you noticed earlier, I told the battleship over at A to actually cap A. I mean, it's amazing that you have to tell people to do these things, but I did it, and for once it actually worked out. Like, he actually did what he's supposed to do, and that leaves me with the opportunity to take on this Fuso here. And like I said in the beginning, I'm half health. This Fuso here is pretty much full health, or he was a little bit before, and it's just not a fair fight. I mean, this is a premium Fuso with a with better dispersion. It certainly feels that way, and it has a main battery reload boost. I don't have any left, but that doesn't change the fact that it has them, and Fuso doesn't. So it's a tough one for this guy here. And as you can see, the precision is nasty. I mean, that was almost every shell right there hitting him in the nose. If you're watching this Fuso here, and there's the carrier, but we're not interested in him at the moment. He has to wait his turn. If you're watching this Fuso here, you can see that there's something going on with this guy here. His turrets aren't really moving, and only the secondaries are firing. So I just have another look here, and you can see the turrets are just pointing the same way. Well, so I guess this guy got a phone call or something, but whatever. It's good for me. So he just put it in reverse and said and picked up the mobile and talked to his mom. And we got to 170,000 damage here. That means we've earned a second high caliber. Well, in theory, at least. I mean, in the game, I'll only get one. But I'm gonna add a second one in here just because I'm me and I can do it. Alright, so we got the guy on the phone removed, and as you saw before, the carrier just peeked around the corner over here. So he's going to get me. I'm down to 8,000 health now, and I cannot cap. I don't have enough time. I mean, he's going to sink me no matter what I do. I mean, when a carrier wants you dead, then like, you usually end up sinking. It might take time, but if all they do is focus you for long enough, then sooner or later you are going to sink. So instead of capping, because the battleship has taken the A cap now, which means that it's safe. So instead I'm thinking, let's see if we can't one-shot this carrier here. I have a rough idea of where he is, and it actually turns out that he's right there. So I'm on fire now, 2,000 health, and we almost remove him in one salvo there. And we get the Confederate doing that, and also 210,000 damage. So that's my record in Hyūga, and I think it's my record at tier 5. I'm pretty sure it is. I can't remember honestly, but it's high. I fired a little bit early, but I was afraid that I would burn out before I actually got to fire my guns. And if just one more shell had passed that island there, I think we would have removed him in one salvo. But anyway, it all worked out well in the end here. We are at 677 points, and the Reds are at 568. And with 30 seconds left, there's nothing they can do. We hold 2 caps, and we still have a battleship and a carrier, and there's no way these guys can sink a carrier in 20 seconds. That's just not gonna happen, especially when their carrier is down to like 1% hit points. But at least he's making an effort here. He's trying to cap, and I mean, that's not very often you see carrier players actually doing the right thing, because I mean, he has to move in, he has to do something, because otherwise he's just going to lose. But in the end, we are victorious. And that was a Hyūga video for you guys, the tier 5 premium Japanese battleship, and certainly worth the doubloons if you ask me. So hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you out there.